Your heart is hammering against your ribs like it wants out. Your palms are slick. You are standing in a perfectly normal room, a book club, a community hall, a friend's living room, and someone asks you a simple question. Your mind goes blank, white, static. All you can think is, don't look at me. Don't notice me. I need to leave right now. This is danger. This is a Tuesday afternoon. And your body is screaming that it's a life or death threat. You've been told your whole life that this is just who you are. You were shy. You were nervous. You just need to calm down, relax, push through. That is a lie. And believing that lie is what's been making it worse for decades. You don't have a personality flaw. You have a faulty alarm system. And by the end of this, you'll have the 4-step protocol to start rewiring it. This isn't about becoming the life of the party. This is about walking into a room without your own brain betraying you. Let's start with the thief in your skull, your amygdala. It's a tiny, ancient piece of your brain whose only job is to keep you alive. It's spectacular at spotting lions and landslides. It is catastrophically bad at reading a book club, but it's in charge. So when you walk into that room, it scans. It sees neutral faces, hears neutral tones, and it screams, "Treat." It's not thinking. It's reacting. A millisecond later, it floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart races to pump blood to your muscles. Your hands shake. Your mind blanks because the prefrontal cortex, the logical, thinking part of you, gets hijacked, shut down for emergency proceedings. You are now a passenger in your own panic. And here's the cruel twist. The harder you try to rationally talk yourself down in that moment, calm down. It's fine. They're just people. The more you confirm the alarm's fear. You are using logic to debate a threat. Your amygdala thinks, if we were debating it, the threat must be real. So it turns up the volume. The cycle tightens. This is why just relax is the worst advice you've ever been given. It's like telling a fire alarm to stop being so loud while the kitchen is burning down. You are fighting the symptom, not the cause. You are trying to use the part of your brain that's currently offline. It's a losing battle. And every time you retreat, every time you leave the room or avoid the call, you pay the alarm system. You teach it that the only way to be safe is to run. You strengthen the very circuit that's torturing you. This is the trap. The good news, alarms can be recalibrated. Pathways can be worn down, but not by fighting the fear, by understanding it, and then by outsmarting it. All right, you understand the trap, the faulty alarm, the hijack. Now we stop fighting it. We start retraining it. Step 1 is the single most important mental shift you will make. It's called cognitive diffusion. Fancy term for a simple idea. You stop believing every thought your panicked brain throws at you. Your amygdala screams, they all think you're an idiot. That's not a fact. That's a script. An old, worn-out tape playing in a dusty corner of your skull. Your job is not to argue with the tape. Your job is to notice it's playing. Silently, in your head, you label it. Ah, there's the old everyone hates me story. Or, I'm noticing a feeling of tightness in my throat. You observe the thought. You observe the sensation. With detached curiosity, like a scientist watching a storm through a window. You don't try to stop the storm. You just note its existence. This creates space, a tiny gap between the thought and your reaction. In that gap, you find your freedom. Practice this now. Not in a crisis. Right now, sitting there, notice a thought. Label it. Planning. Remembering. Worrying. You are building a neural detour, a path you can take when the alarm bells ring. The goal is to make the anxiety vanish. The goal is to reduce its authority. It's a loud radio in another room. You don't have to dance to its music. Step 2. Your body is screaming. The heart hammering, the breath shallow. That physical signal is pouring gasoline on the mental fire. You need to calm the signal, not by force, by distraction. You give your hijack prefrontal cortex a simple, concrete job, a somatic anchor. The classic is the 5-4-3-2-1 drill. Look around. Acknowledge 5 things you can see. The lamp, the book, the window. 4 things you can physically touch. The fabric of your chair, the cool table, your own knee. 3 things you can hear. The hum of the fridge, a distant car, your own breath. 2 things you can smell. The laundry detergent on your shirt, the coffee in the mug. 1 thing you can taste. The aftertaste of your last meal. Just water. Do it slowly, deliberately. It works because it pulls your focus, with gentle force, away from the internal horror movie and into the boring, neutral, real world. Your other anchor is your breath. But not just any breath. A 4-second inhale through your nose, a 6-second exhale through your mouth. Do that for 90 seconds. That's it. You're not trying to achieve Zen. You're trying to give your nervous system a different job. A boring, rhythmic, physical job. It downshifts the panic. It's a portable skill. You can do it anywhere. In a line, in a chair, in your car before you walk in, is your secret reset button. Now, here's the hard pivot. The part where knowledge becomes change. You can diffuse and anchor all day. But if you never walk back into the room, the alarm wins. The only way to teach your amygdala that a book club is not a bear attack is through corrected experience. You have to enter the arena. But you don't start with the main event. That's suicide. You start with the kindergarten version. This is step 3, graded exposure. You build a ladder. The bottom rung is something that causes a 3 out of 10 on your anxiety scale. A faint flutter, not a tidal wave. Maybe it's making eye contact and smiling at the grocery store cashier. Maybe it's asking a librarian where to find a specific book. Maybe it's giving a genuine 1-sentence compliment to a neighbor. Your garden looks lovely. That's it. Your mission is to do that tiny thing while using your diffusion and your anchor. And then stay there. Don't run. Success is not the absence of fear. Success is feeling the fear and doing the tiny thing anyway. You prove to your brain that the feared catastrophe, rejection, humiliation, death by small talk, does not happen. You survive. That's the data point. That's the rewiring. Do that 3 times a week. Master that rung. Then move to the next one. Maybe asking a follow-up question. Maybe attending a 30-minute meetup with a pre-planned exit time. This is not a personality makeover. This is a neurological workout. You are quite literally building a new pathway, one tiny, terrifying, triumphant step at a time. But you are not done. The anxious brain has a final trick, the post-event spiral. You walk away from that tiny victory. You smiled at the cashier, you asked your question, and your mind starts its autopsy. You sounded weird. They looked annoyed. You definitely messed that up. That rumination isn't just unpleasant. It's sabotage. It overwrites the experience with a story of failure. It teaches your amygdala the wrong lesson. Step 4 stops that. Post-event reappraisal. It's a 5-minute brain edit. You do it right after, while the memory is still soft. You ask 4 questions. Write them down. Speak them aloud. Engages a different part of your brain. First, what actually happened? Just facts. I asked where the canned soup was. The employee said aisle 7. I said thank you. No interpretation, just footage. Second, what did I fear would happen? I feared they'd sigh, roll their eyes, think I was stupid. Third, how did I cope? This is crucial. I noticed my amygdala script. I did my breathing in the car. I stayed. You acknowledge your own competence. Fourth, what's one small thing that went okay or was neutral? They answered. They didn't sigh. The interaction ended. That's it. You were not looking for a standing ovation. You were looking for evidence you did die. This practice installs the corrected memory. It cements the rewiring. The exposure was the live drill. This is the debrief. Without it, the training fades. This is where a simple tool makes all the difference. Having one place to do this, a notebook, a dedicated app, turns a vague intention into a ritual. It provides the structure your spinning mind needs. If tracking your ladder and doing these reappraisals sounds useful, I've linked a few good, simple journaling options in the description below. Not necessary, but helpful. A place for your data. So let's bring it all back to that room. The book club, the hammering heart, the blank mind. You started there believing you were broken, flawed, too shy. Now you know the truth. You have a protective, overzealous, ancient alarm system. It's doing its job. Badly. You are not its prisoner. You are its trainer. The racing heart. That's not a sign of failure. It's a signal. A predictable physical signal from an amygdala stuck in the past. And you now have a protocol for that signal. Observe it. Soothe it. Move through it. One tiny, deliberate step at a time. Your social comfort is not a personality trait. It's a skill, built from repeated, corrected experiences. You build the ladder. You climb the rungs. You prove your own brain wrong, not with bravery, with stubborn, meticulous, gentle practice. You don't fight the fear. You outlast it. You don't calm the storm. You learn to stand in the rain. And you realize, slowly, you won't melt.